Hello Gemini, welcome to Medicine Crow Tarot. This will be your September love energy reading. This is for those whose sun, moon, rising, or Venus are Gemini. Now this is a general reading, so the reading might not resonate with everyone. If that's the case, just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, this is not going to be where you are. This is going to be a quick peek at the energy of the person you are interested in. And it is not a reading for stable couples who are in a committed relationship. This is for those who are working towards that goal on some level, even if you're single. Okay, but you have to have somebody in mind, I guess, is the only thing. So let's start out by having a look at this person's headspace. Okay. We have temperance going on here. So in this particular card, you can see that little fire at the foot says appetite. So I would say in this case, this person is healing, but also trying to figure out how to deal with their attraction. That's what this feels like. There's some attraction, and they're not sure how to feel about it. They feel like there's something about it that needs to be kept in check, I guess. Let's see here. I'm going to do a clarifying card for it. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. Okay, so the first little set we have is the Eight of Cups with the Fool. And so I feel like in this case, there's kind of like the person wants to level up the connection, emotionally speaking. But they're acting maybe a little bit too, or thinking about it too enthusiastically. And that's why the Temperance card is here, is because I feel like they're aware of it, especially with this Seven of Swords. There was the other clarifier that popped out kind of afterwards, so I didn't include them. Normally I'd include this clarifier set all together as a statement, the way this is a statement. Seven of Swords popped out after I grabbed the others and was bringing them up. But I feel like that's appropriate, especially because the Seven of Swords can often be a sneaky energy. It can be that this person is thinking unconventionally. Maybe they think of the relationship itself as an unconventional relationship, or they could be thinking about you in an unconventional way. All right, now that's kind of obscure or vague, maybe is a better way to say it, but clearly they feel like they need to do something to straighten out how they think about the situation. Okay, I think that's the most useful way for me to say it. All right. So let's see where the heart space is, because the heart space is important and often informs the head space. Sometimes they are at odds with each other. Sometimes they support. Let's see where this person is. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. We have the Nine of Cups. So in their heart, they are holding a lot of hope. This is a wish card. They're building a lot onto hope. In this particular deck, it's meant to be a stable energy, which is why it shows ground and a mountain goat standing on it, because it's meant to be like sure-footed stability. So I feel like their heart is mature, their heart is developed, and coming from a good place. And maybe that's the reason why that's a temperance card and not the devil, where the devil would have the same kind of non-conventional, like, desire to jump. But in this case, we've got the temperance card, showing that they're aware that maybe because of the unconventionalness of the situation that they should be a little bit more mindful about it. And that's why temperance is standing there. So let's get a little bit of a clarifier though for the Nine of Cups and just see if there's a little bit more information we can get. Okay. We have a little conversation jumping out here. So it looks like we have the Queen of Cups with the King of Swords and the Sun. So this looks like, I mean, Queen of Cups is intuitive energy. It's also mature energy. It's kind of like an emotional maturity, a knowingness in this case. And the King of Swords is also a knowingness, but a little less like softness to it. It's kind of like, this is like literally like the mom and the dad card of the deck, right? In terms of the minor arcanas, we've got the Queen, which is the mom. She's nice and thoughtful and just always knows the right thing. Then we got the dad, who's just like to the point, all about no nonsense, and you know, kind of that typical kind of energy. So we've got both of those energies showing up with the Sun under this, which says that, to me at least, it says that this person is aware of, I guess it's just supporting what I just said, you know, they're aware of the volatility, I don't know what word to use for this, but they're aware of this situation the way it is, and they want it to be, I don't want to say right, but they want it to be, from what they know, they want it to be handled correctly, if that makes sense. They want it to manifest to the greatest degree of truth, the greatest degree of rightness and potential for fulfillment. And that's what's giving them, you know, again, temperance in the headspace. They're trying to figure out how to make it work in the best way for everybody. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, this is going to be the actions, how these energies manifest. And this is actually the Moon card. No, Sybil. Oh, this deck, yes. So this is the High Priestess. In the normal tarot deck, it's the High Priestess. And so she's really like connecting with the intuitive sense that comes from like the Fool energy over here of acting. It's kind of like learning that you can't just act, you have to be connected with something more correct, I guess you could say, more divine. And it's not actually, I feel like in this case it might not be a like an outright coming out and doing something. This might just be like a sitting with it, like sitting happily in the space as the next energy. And so what that tells me is this person wants to understand how to act before they act. Okay? They want to make sure the Temperance card has taken effect so that they don't do the wrong thing and ruin the situation or the relationship. Okay? And here we have clarifiers, the Seven of Wands with the Two of Cups. And I feel like, you know, the Two of Cups is just such a such a strong partnership energy that in terms of the action here, this person really feels like they want the connection to be manifest according to the gravity of its rightness, I guess you could say. And the Seven of Wands is kind of, it's a card of standing up for what's right, standing up for what you know, a defensiveness, defending your position kind of a thing. And with the Two of Cups there, being that's what's being defended as clarifying the High Priestess, it really is, just like I said, supporting the position of making sure that they do the right thing for the right reasons, and that they don't just jump without looking. It's really interesting because you have two major arcanas there in the headspace and in the action. So I feel like this person's taking it very seriously, how they proceed forward with you. Okay, let's see if I can get an oracle card as a piece of advice for how you can proceed forward. Something important to know. Okay. And here we have Goddess of the Earth. An idea connected to imagination, creativity, and nature is coming your way. So, I feel like this is one of those moments where it's going to take some investment on your part to know how to, excuse me, how to support the intentions of this connection. Because that person wants to connect from the correct place and in the correct way, but for whatever reason, they're feeling like the situation itself is unconventional. And that unconventionality demands extra attention, okay? And so for your advice to have the Goddess of the Earth, it's kind of like getting the, it's not a meditation, but like put energy into also doing the right thing. It's almost like meeting them halfway kind of a situation. The visualization, like, she's tied up to the tree, but the heart's kind of there at the crown saying, take some time, take a moment, invest, engage, and do it from the heart. And I really do like the idea of being connected to imagination, creativity, and nature, because all of those things can help when it comes to knowing how to choose activities or to do things. Those might be ways that you've connected with this person. At any rate, I hope this reading has helped, and I hope that you found some things to resonate with. If so, give it a like, share, and feel free to subscribe. If you have a comment to make, I'd love to hear your thoughts, especially if it has helped you. I'd love to know how it has resonated with you. This is Medicine Crow Tarot, and I'll see you next time.